welcome into Rock Painting 101. We are making another fun animal rock, perfect for beginners. So if you don't have a lot of painting experience, these are great for you. Today we are doing a frog rock. He is super adorable, very easy to do as long as you kind of have some instructions. So that's what I'm here for. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to sit down and paint yourself your very own little frog rock, just like this guy. And then make sure to stay tuned and check out the rest of our easy animal tutorials as well. So just like most of our other animal rocks that we're going to do, we're going to start with our base color and create some shapes to set up our rock and kind of align our frog on here. So we're going to start with a wide oval shape. You can always make it bigger, but you want to make sure you leave enough room for the head, which will also be an oval right on top. So just rough out these shapes, and you can always fix your outlines as you're filling them in. We're going to do 2 half ovals on top. Eventually that's going to be where our eyes are. Now, to create the legs, they're going to come kind of out to the side because our frog's going to be sitting. So I'm just going to give myself a line out in each direction to kind of land on so his feet are even with his bottom when we're all done. We're going to create a little foot at the tip, and then we're going to add our legs. Now to do this, we're just going to make a big triangle top with a little bit of an arch on either side. And then when we're doing our lining later, we'll be able to define the legs a lot more on this frog. So now I'm just going to take a second and fill everything in that I've done so far with green, and we will speed this part up a little bit for you. Once you've got everything filled in, you've allowed your green to dry a little bit, we're going to start with our lining. So I'm going to go around the head here, and that will the line will separate the body from the head to give him a little bit more frog shape, like so. And then we're going to start doing the body. The first thing I'm going to do is actually create the arms, since they're going to be in the forefront of this. So you just kind of come off the shoulder down to the bottom and give him a little bit of a hand, and come up, but not all the way to the top because it is attached to the body. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side here. Make sure you give him a little bit of a hand shape. Nothing too detailed necessary here. Then we're going to line the bottom of the stomach, and we're going to do the legs. Now start by going along the outside edge, do the foot, and then when we come to the underside of his leg to create that bend shape, we're going to actually add in an extra line. So we'll end up filling in that bottom, but we're going to do a line down that creates the thigh and the calf. I don't know if they call them that on frogs. And then a little Y at the tip that kind of gives that folded look, like so. We'll do the same thing on the other side. You can give that foot a little bit of definition, some toes. You have the webbed feet, like so, and the little Y at the top for the fold, just like that. Add a little bit more definition on the foot over here. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to have to add on a face, but first I want to get in my first layer of white for his eyes. So I've got my white pen. We're just going to go ahead and add on the whites for the eyes so that has some time to dry. So we can do the pupils here in a little bit. Now don't forget to doodle the tips off of your pen. If you're doing a second layer, sometimes you can pull up a little bit of that layer if it hasn't dried too long. And now we'll go back in with our black. We'll add a nice big happy grin to our frog, like so. And then a couple dashes just to give him a nose, like that. And then we're going to have to wait for this white to dry a little bit more, and then we'll be back and we'll finish up his eyes. All right, once the eyes have had plenty of time to dry, we're just going to go in with our black again to add a pupil on each side. Sorry, got a little bit out of focus there for a second. We have to let that black dry next. And then we'll add in our last little highlight. So wait with me one more second. Okay, our pupils have had time to dry, so we're going to add in our last little white highlight. Pardon my head there. Took it a little out of focus, but once it focuses back, you'll be able to see those cute little highlights make all the difference. They make our little frog look friendly and super adorable. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You could easily add on to this frog anything you'd like, some flies in the background, have him sitting on a lily pad. This is just the basic design for you so that you're able to create the rocks that you want to paint. So make sure you watch the rest of our fun and easy animal tutorials, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.